themselves, let's make this daily life a little happier for everyone. Let's try to do it right for a change.
I'm going to miss you when you go.
I'll miss you too, Ron. But you're wrong if you think that the joy of life comes principally from human relationships. God's placed it all around us. It's in everything, in anything we can experience. People just need to change the way they look at those things.
People don't know what they are. People really don't know what kind of a being they are. And because of that, which is in many cases kept purposely away from them, they're manipulated.
How can you get a grasp of your own life and take any kind of control of your own experience if you don't know who you are, where you are, or the nature of the world you're living in? And this information for me is by far the most important.
The chief responsibility you have to do is to know what you are and be a human being, not a human doing. If we truly knew what we were, we would never do what we're doing.
Although our package of skin and bones looks very convincing, it is a mask, an illusion disguising our true self, which has no limitations.
Every physical visible force is merely a manifestation of one of these great invisible streams of energy that functions in space. To the ancients, the earth had invisible principles. The earth was not merely a lump. The whole planet is a vast organism, a tremendous vital dynamic structure. For as the ancients put it, the earth is alive.
God did not create the universe. God became the universe.
The human being and the universe itself are both one and the same phenomena. In other words, every human being is a miniature universe, and each of us contains within us all the forces and possibilities of the greater universe.
Your eyes are the eyes of the universe, And when you look at an object, it's the universe looking at itself through those eyes.
Space within us, the pure conscious mind within us, and outer space are all one being, that we're all part of this huge, wonderful, infinite, quantum holographic universe that's awake.
This isn't real. What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
If there's a dimension called form, there's another dimension called thought. I call it thought. You can call it anything you want to. In philosophy, they call it the astral dimension. And the word disaster originates from this, to disassociate from the astral, or from this invisible dimension of you. And as long as you disassociate from this and live only here, you will have disasters in your life. Because you won't believe that somehow the part of you that thinks, that is thought, that creates thought, is essentially what your humanity is. And most folks don't get that. They think that this is it.
The only thing that's real is consciousness. And because we are all part of the greater universal being, we are all connected in a most fundamental way.
Many people come up with a different definition for consciousness in their studies. And it's really useful for us all to have an agreement when we get started here of what consciousness is. And one that I've found works really well, and I'll just throw it out as an idea, is that consciousness is the awareness of being aware. Whenever you've noticed yourself noticing something, you have been experiencing your own consciousness.
You see, the Big Bang occurred merely as a result of the Creator's will and intention to experience himself. And so it expanded outwards and manifested itself as consciousness into everything that exists. So not only are we a part of God, but we possess all the unlimited power to create as God does. And our free will was His greatest gift of all. Through the fabric of space and time, scientists have recently been able to measure and demonstrate our connected consciousness.
The Global Consciousness Project is an evolutionary step out of 50 years of prior experiments. The experiments were looking at the relationship between mind and matter. I mean, it all devolves back into the question, what is the role of mind in the physical world?
A question tonight, can you actually measure the emotional outpouring in a worldwide crisis?
Sometimes scientists think that they have done just that. Their machines and computers found a bizarre pattern right after several global disasters.
CBS 2's Brendan Keefe explains this phenomenon.
September 11th deeply affected people far beyond New York and Washington. The attack sent shockwaves around the world. A global